Hello everybody, welcome back to 2B2T. We're starting the recording over because I had my cords showing and I don't want to cover them up and cover the screen, so I'm starting the recording again. We are here out at the giant tree across from the palace. I haven't done much work on the palace since the last episode because I've been laying out our artwork everywhere in the palace, basically on the floors, just so I can see one, how much we have and do I need to make copies, and then I've transported copies of everything into several stashes that are in different sections of the server. No, they are not near the base. They are actually millions and millions and millions of blocks from here in different quadrants. So, good luck. Anyways, um, and mainly so that I could see what size the art was and okay, will it fit here? Could it fit over here? Oh, I need to make a space this big for this art, things like that. So, been doing that. Um, and I don't want to go over there right now because there is some not safe for YouTube art laid out a couple places. Because we have it, so you got to see what it is and then decide, okay, are we going to put this out, are we just going to tuck it away in storage or whatever. I'm okay for tasteful art, especially of the anime kind. um, some of the art that people do on 2B2T is like, yeah, that's not very tasteful. It's kind of like it's just pure, obviously they liked they liked it or something, but it's not my thing. Anyways, what we're going to do is we are working on the giant tree. You can see that Winter's been building it up, and he's also been working on some root systems. That one looks really cool, and it'll fit right into the wall. I may need to take that little lower section up a little bit so it's on top of the wall because the wall's going to come up that high. This one here, I'll need to take out from about right here and just extend it over to the wall. Uh-oh, cats are going to knock off a plant off the desk. Knock it off, guys. Okay, there we go. Had to save the plant. I don't know what they see. Maybe there's a bug over there or something. Anyways, so yeah, we'll have to take off that bottom section and take it out over the wall. So I need to spend some time and get these walls built, make it easier so that he has the outline and he knows where the walls are. But anyways, I decided to do this. I'm working on a lower branch segment that's just going to come out. It'll be bigger than this. I'm just kind of laying out a base outline and seeing how far I can take it. What do I want to do with it? Uh-oh. Shame on me. I shouldn't be yawning. Stuff like that. Which direction I want to go, kind of making it twist and turn as I go as well so that it looks branchy, I guess. I don't know. Trying my hand at this. Winter's done a good job on the roots down there, so that's kind of what we'd want to see with the branches, but obviously a lot larger. And we're just kind of going along. And we are using the cherry wood, not the log, so that way it's not showing the inside of the log no matter which direction you look. All right, let me see. Maybe it'll be bigger than this. I forgot torches, and it's getting dark. That's gonna be a nightmare. Where do we have? Well, we can fly downstairs without exposing anything. We can actually go into the main hall just fine. Just to kind of show. You can see we've been laying out art. So this hall has all the large stuff. Green, my favorite. Yeah, and then there's there's art in the other rooms and halls over there. So, but anyways, that's what we've been doing there. Let's come over here. Make some torches, or the tree is going to be covered in mobs. Which would not be good. Okay, there's that. Oh, and if you hear a few other sounds, I've got my alt on and the sound's not muted all the way, so he's AFK, so occasionally you hear the sound of a mine cart or something over there. So, whoops. How poorly professional I am not. Ha-ha! Alright. Now that we've got some torches, we have the wonderful job of trying to land ourselves. Ow! That failed. Oh. Oh, look at this. We've got mobs already. Good. They're fighting each other, so that's good. Let's get some... And they knocked each other off. See? Problem solved. We were worried. There we go. Okay. Now. My mouse has stopped working. Cool! And the light is flashing, indicating battery. Awesome! Happen to have a spare battery here. Let's see if it's a good one. It's sitting on the desk, so I will assume, yes, it moves. It must be okay. This mouse goes through batteries like left and right. It's like I just replaced the battery last week, and it's already flashing. So I don't know if I keep buying bad batteries. I mean, they're both. I've tried both the Maxwell and the Evereadys. You know, because those are the most common that are sold here, and they just. It's like they stop working really fast. This mouse is a battery hog, I guess. All right. So I think this section. See, this is the hard part. I want the branch probably to come out like that. Maybe. There, okay, that'll... come in just a little bit in this one little section here. Make it look like the trunk is getting smaller as it goes, right? I think this will be a good little spot here where the branch starts coming out. There we go. Let's do this side as well. Come in. Cool. So trees, that starts out there. Oh, we wasted a piece of wood. Oh no, we're doomed. Ah, the wood police are gonna come get us. Now here's the other question. As I build this out, am I good to leave like sections of it hollow? See? I mean, I can torch it up. I think so, just because it'll allow. Whoops, nope. It'll allow me to do something with this eventually. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I'll need to think about that as I move up of, well, do I need this block here? Do I need that one there? Because oops, potentially I could hollow it out. So I think the branch is going to come off right here. So it'll be this big, this one will be. I think that's decent, right? This is interesting. I've never actually built a tree before, so I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully I am doing something right. Good luck with that, right? Alright, so this is kind of where it's gonna go out and build up. So if I'm standing down here, yeah, that's starting to look, it looks good from this side. Doesn't look so good from this side. Probably because I just haven't built it out, right? Whoops. What are you doing there? Let's build this up a little bit. Maybe that'll help too. We should probably collect this so that we can use it as we build up. There. And here. those. Few pieces of wood here I get to recover. Can I recover this one? No. Cannot. Alright. That's good, that's good. Alright, let's come over here. Let me see. So we kind of want it to do that. Okay, we can't recover that one. Alright. Alright, that works. Sorry, I forgot I should say something. I'm just trying to think here how I can make this look so it looks branchy. I'm not worried about the patterns not going all in the right, same directions and things like that, because technically it just makes it look like it's got a really good bark pattern, you could say, right? Alright, so if I'm standing here on the tree, like this, it does look like a large branch that goes out. It's not large comparative to the tree. I definitely need to make this come up really high so that it fits well. So like right here, I kind of need to, what I need to do is like, bring it out. I can't get this thin this fast, right? Be like that. And like this, and like those. I keep forgetting I'm recording. I'm concentrating so much to try and do this, so it looks both natural well put together, I guess, is the what we want to do. Make it stand out like it actually grew like this. I mean, that's the goal, right? So we need a torch here, probably. Okay, so there's that. Maybe we take this and we do that with that. Over here. Not too worried about recovering a lot of the wood because I'll just farm up more as we need it, so that's not a problem. It's more a matter of just trying to make this look like a natural flow. Now here's a trick. As we're building this, like right now, I've got to think about how do we spawn proof it. Obviously, right now we're putting torches on it, right? But I mean, ideally, ideally you don't want your tree to be covered in torches. Huh, that's gonna be tricky because, I mean, it'll only be like these areas here, these exposed areas that we gotta figure out how to spawn proof. I mean, obviously we can cover it with leaves, but there's certain places that will want the bare branches, right? So it's like, okay, well, if we're gonna have the bare branches, we don't want necessarily to cover it like with slabs and stuff. I mean, I guess we could use string, and at least that way from a distance you would, and even close up it would be hard to tell if we were to put string on all the blocks. That could be an option, because the pressure plates are always good and slabs, but there's nothing in this color, you know, right? Cherry wood, when you in Minecraft anyways, when you break apart the cherry wood, it's bright pink, which isn't quite true for real cherry wood, but you know, who am I to say anything, right? Hopefully I'm not making this too I'm short on words. Too I don't know what the word is. All right, let me look. Okay, so that looks bigger. It looks like there's a knot here because this is a little bit larger. Obviously, we've got to take this up. Man, this is hard. I can see how Winter's saying, yeah, this is good. We'll be done in a couple of years. Probably we'll go a lot faster than that, but probably could have used a little bit more right here. But it's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Branches don't always have this nice big curve underneath. They can stick straight out, so. All right, well, we've started. Did he make this solid or is this hollow as well? This is solid. Well, we could recover logs from there if we needed them, but I don't think we're that desperate for logs. I see shulkers down there. I don't know if they're still full of cherry wood, so I'm not sure what his stock and supply is, but all right. Part of it is I don't know, when do I start making it like smaller, right? Because I mean, this is a huge tree, so I don't want to get small too fast, right? Because then but at the same time I don't want it to maintain a super big thickness out too far. Let's see, I think this is where I'm gonna continue out. Okay. I want to be able to travel the inside. So it's like, okay, we got some of these at least a little bit further. I should probably make it like just so we know that, hey, there's a branch here. So if we're doing stuff on the inside of the tree later, because I mean there's all this area, we're leaving it hollow obviously, so oh, whoops. Okay, cool. Oh, I guess I didn't drop. I thought I dropped a piece of stuff. How much cherry wood does he have left, by the way, so I know how often to go AFK the farm. I've got a bunch more at the farm. Okay, he has tons. He's done all of this and he still has tons. I've got a full inventory. There's more in the proxy tower and more at the farm base, so I think we're good. Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay. Go like that. Like that. How would you guys make this tree? Would you have done things different than what I've got going on here, or do you think I'm on track and this is, yep, you're doing it exactly like, you know, I would have done it type of thing? I'm sure some of you would say, well, we could use a, design it in creative first, so you know kind of where you're going and how you want it, how big you want it to be, and things like that. And true. True. That could be an option. So far, I think it's looking okay. I need to kind of turn it. I mean, this one, I don't know if this is a main branch or a smaller branch. Maybe I can twist it around a little bit up here to where, like, so here, maybe it starts turning this way. Or I split it. There's one that turns that way. There's one that kind of goes this way. I have a feeling that the branch is going to look short and stubby, but I mean it's low down on the tree, so I think that's okay, right? Sun's coming up. I guess I don't have to worry about mob spawns yet. Because see, I could take one kind of out this way a little bit. That, like this. Just looking branchy enough. This one doesn't have to be too big, so I could start bringing it in a little bit. Path out a little bit, and then I can do that. One there. Not very wide, but it will work. Except for right here. Now you can't go up any further. Or can you? Aha! Cool. Can't have a continuous path going out forever. Eventually, it'll need to end, right? Alright. Let's try this side a little bit. Okay. Come this way. Oops. That way. It's kind of hard to build these up. Boy, this takes time too. We've been going at this for 40 minutes. Hopefully you haven't minded too much. This gives us a good idea, though, of what we're trying to accomplish. It's definitely not going to be an easy task. I'll tell you that. I'm trying to map this out so that it looks random and natural, and but you have a tendency to either go diagonally a lot. It's kind of the tendency, only because I think it's just it's easier to get it going in that direction. And so I keep coming back and going, oh, whoops, that's too diagonal, too. Are we making this one smaller? I mean, that's what it looks like. I've already... I mean, I'm fine with that. Should probably put a couple torches up here. Just to make sure nothing spawns. Blows the tree up. That would not be good. Alright, well, let's take a look. If I'm down here standing at the palace on the walls, and I'm looking up at the grand tree. Of course, there'll be a trunk behind it, but I mean, it looks okay. Obviously, we can put the cherry leaves on it and stuff that come out all around and bush in different places and stuff like that. I think it's a start. I won't say it's perfect. It's definitely a start. I'll say that. I do think that like I'm doing here, kind of start bringing some of this in a little bit. I think that'll work. Kind of like this, so that the tree starts gaining a little bit less girth, because I am aware, you know, of the world height, and so we got to be aware of, okay, well, where are we compared to the world height? Do we have a ways to go? Are we gonna hit it really quick? You know, things like that. Obviously, we're still a long ways from world height top. So we're safe. But for how long? How long? How long? Back some of it, I think I could do a little bit of a like there's a bulge here in the tree, because I just don't want it straight up and down, right? Because then it's like, well, you know, it's the tree's straight up and down, so we can come do a little bit of a bulge here. I think that would work good. And then we can go back in. Over here, and this one we can tie in like that. So we continue to create a dynamic tree trunk. Bring the bulge back in right here. Need to put some torches on it for the time being. So that way we're not tempting mobs. I'll have to think about maybe carrying string with me so that as I build this, and I'll tell Winter to do the same thing, that, you know, hey, as you build it, you know, have some string handy so that you can spawn proof, you know, top logs for the shape. Here. And then we can go across. this. Almost to the top. We'll get to the top, and that's where we'll call it good for the episode, but not the top of the tree, obviously, but you know, the top of what we're doing here. Torches down up here so that way we're safe against the mobbies. There we go. Well, this is quite the Herculean effort. Yeah, that looks good. It's starting to give it some structure and shape. We got the start of a branch. May make it larger, smaller, or something. We're about the same height. Well, the main trunk, we're a little bit below the height of the top of the palace. We got a long ways to go. So that's kind of why I want to see where this is at. I might build a column here in the middle just so that we can kind of judge where the top is. And it's not necessarily that the whole tree has to branch out into small branches before it gets to the top. I'm okay if, like, we get to world height and there's still a hole in the center of the trunk. And that, you know, obviously the tree just branches out underneath the world height. I'd be okay with that. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been a little bit longer episode. Sorry about that. But tree building is a time-consuming effort, and it takes a lot of thinking. And, yeah, well, we've done our best. We will continue to work on it. Thanks for joining, everybody. Take care.